First glimpse of the city. So I try to make people aware that I'm in New Zealand. Now this alleyway here, this is why I love to call myself a street photographer. He was on the bike with a selfie one-handed. That was why he crashed, nothing to do with me. 50-year-old man walking around with a selfie stick. I could just stand on a ledge and take photos all day long. My genre of photography is people and culture. And they all spit enabled me to get some pretty awesome photos. They're actually catching goldfish and eating them. I thought I was going to get arrested for having a camera. Trying to look inconspicuous, I would recommend China to anyone. But when you're a street photographer, you try not to get busted. I've got a Sony A6400. You can turn the shutter off. One of the best cameras I've ever had. I just follow the mass, dancing in the streets. Look at the skateboarder. Woohoo! I was never hassled or hustled for money or anything. I don't like people posing for photos. I'd love to know what he said. I felt sick for 2 hours after. Imagine coming home from work and realising you're still on fire. But they never seem to stop working. Felt like a peeping Tom. The worst thing when you're dyslexic trying to find food to eat. I just love travelling so much. This guy was trying to sell me a handbag. The camera I was holding was made in China, but no one had seen one before. In a heartbeat, I'd go back there again. Hello, I'm Danny Dec. Thanks for pressing play. You may not realise this, but I'm a bit of a traveller, and I love getting out and about in a country that I know nothing about. So if you're thinking about travelling to China and you might be a bit nervous, there's a few things that you would benefit from by watching my video. For example, when travelling to China, you can't just book a flight and land and then fumble your way around the country like I normally do. So when I travel pretty light. In this case, it was my 50th birthday and I decided to get back into my travelling. So I just took a day bag and I set off to China, Bangladesh and India. I think it was around about a 2 or 3 week trip, I can't remember exactly. And I was armed with some really good technology. For example, I had a Pocket Osmo, and this is a 4K movie camera with a built-in gimbal. And all the filming that you see in this video was actually filmed on that device. And I also had one of these, which is a selfie stick with a built-in microphone in the front and also buttons to control the camera. Great bit of kit, very lightweight, which meant that when I was traveling around, I could basically poke that camera in front of people. But while I was traveling through the country, I also was armed with a Sony A600 at the time, and it's a mirrorless camera, lightweight, and I just had it strapped to my chest, and I'd pick it up and take photos as I saw the opportunities arise. I love traveling, been to 35 countries, and I was there 2 weeks before the world got notified that China had COVID-19. So let me flip to workshop mode and I have done this video before and I stopped it too often, so I'm trying not to stop it this time, but let me introduce you to Guangzhou Airport. Now just some travel stats before we get started so you know, I'm actually in Canton. Canton has, in 2019, 15 million people, and I travel to Shenzhen. I'm saying it wrong, but I never get it right, and that's got about 13 million people. Last year's stats. And if you want a comparison, Beijing has 21 million people. That was taken back in 2018. And in the overall picture, China has 1.4 million people who live in there. So it gives you an idea of the size of the cities I was visiting. So let's get started and see what I can share with you my travel journey. So I've successfully made it to Guangzhou Airport, and this is one big, massive airport. It was 6 o'clock in the morning, and I had to wait for the subway to open, and this was actually my first glimpse of the city that I got. So I'm standing on a bridge. So lots of concrete, lots of buildings, lots of hustle and bustles. I've been to quite a few major cities. This one actually seemed quite relaxed. It wasn't jam-packed with people, even though there was 4 or 5 lanes. My partner is a professional photographer and she edits my photos. So as I took them, when I could get internet, she was editing them and put them back in Dropbox for me, and this is the result. Everyone's on their cell phones, but they're not texting people, they're actually watching like TV. But nothing better than traveling to a city. Go past somebody and say something like, hello, how you doing? And they'll normally try to greet you back. So it's pretty cool wee city. Went into a fruit and veg shop, got myself an apple and banana. And when you're travelling those countries, there's nothing prouder. I'm a New Zealander and I love being called a Kiwi, so I try to make people aware that I'm a New Zealander. It really is a good passport to travel in. Now I own an electronic dropshipping business and I sell electronics, so I got a lot of joy by actually walking around these shops and having a look at the different stalls that these people actually had. And there was one little girl that really stood out to me, and here she is here. Notice the stickers on the back of the laptop. That's how you pay for things. Each shop seems to specialize in one product. This guy here just did laptop chargers. That's all he had in his shop. Pretty cool. I sped it up here so not to bore you. And I did find a lot of the stuff that you see on AliExpress is actually old stock they're getting rid of. Now this alleyway here, this is why I love to travel, and this is why I call myself a street photographer. I've got a few photos at the end. This alleyway seemed to go on for around about 1 kilometre, and every corner or every bend something would happen. Someone would be scooting past in a trolley or a motorbike or a push bike. And see that guy, he was on the bike with a cell phone, one-handed. That was why he crashed, nothing to do with me. But you have to be careful. I don't know whether I should be walking on the left or the right. But lots of things happening as the city was coming alive in the morning. 50-year-old man walking around with a selfie stick always draws a little bit of attention. When I travel and I find an alleyway like this, I feel like I have died and gone to heaven. I absolutely love it. I could just stand on a ledge and take photos all day long. My genre of photography is people and culture. This looks like John Chow. But you do wonder how they all survive. I'd love to know what these guys are saying in the background. And they all spit. Great. Continuously, especially in Bangladesh.
We walk down the alley. I'll keep it going for a minute or so.
But the lighting on that day, as the sun was breaking through the gaps, enabled me to get some pretty awesome photos. I mean, I've taken 5 photos in the same location, just standing on the ledge waiting for people to come by. Absolutely love these photos. These are some of my favourites I've taken. Really captured the hustle and the bustle of the city. And because it's so dark, I had to use quite a low light.
What these people are doing.
Would you believe they're actually catching goldfish and eating them? Only in China, I tell you.
And then they're going to eat them.
And people say, are you sure? And I go, yes, because this guy did not know how to take the hook out. I mean, shops that help you do pottery. I mean, there's a good idea. And the food courts are absolutely amazing. The food is just top notch.
A lot of technology here, but probably got a lot of the technology in my pocket, to be honest. It's so confusing. Anyone seen line 3? Just found my first massive river.
I walked for about 25 k's that day.
That if you've decided that you are going to walk everywhere like I do, expect to do 25, 30 k's worth of walking a day.
Yeah, but it was well worth it to meander my way through a city I didn't know.
And for 103 Kiwi dollars, this is my accommodation for the next 3 nights.
About 70 US dollars.
And I'm in sort of a community, so nothing wrong with it. That's day 1 in Canton.
3 more days to go. Woke up in the morning, had a look out the window. That was the view. That's the train station. And I wanted to go to a place called Shenzhen. I was hoping to get the really fast train, but it didn't happen.
Anyway, let's see what the train takes us.
No, lots of fun travelling to the city. Now this city has around about 13 million people who live here. And this is the tech capital of that part of China. A lot of the stuff I buy from my AliExpress shops
Well, I'm at that
come from
city
there.
I don't know the name of. I'm going to head over that away.
And when I travel, because I am dyslexic, I remember landing on the airport tarmac in Vietnam and literally opening the Let's Go Vietnam book and trying to find a place to stay. So remembering names and locations and reading maps is just about impossible for me.
Hello. How you doing?
I thought I was going to get
If you're
arrested
looking
for having a
place
camera.
to eat when you're in China, do what I do. Go to a place you can't remember the name of, and then come to a fantastic food court that you don't know where it is, and then do a video and tell everyone they should come here. So I'm going to take you for a walk through here. It's one of the best I've been to so far. So come with me. My personalised
I thought he was going to
security
come
guard.
with me for the trip in that time.
I'll see if I can get some shots as we turn around.
Trying to look inconspicuous as you walk through a food court like this with a selfie stick stuck up really high is not really that easy. Anyone know what she's saying? If you do know what these people are saying, put comments in the comment box below. It'd be much appreciated.
It's hard to walk through here with a selfie stick. I think you'll get the idea.
Seafood everywhere. Now I'm a vegan.
Snails. I've got a lovely picture of a couple of girls eating the snails, and they wanted to share their food with me. But it's pretty.
Look at that for a smorgasbord. And they're cooking it as they get it. Can't get any fresher than that. And when I travel, I don't eat meat, but I eat vegetables. So I ate from these fruit vegetable stands quite a lot.
Today, 'cause yesterday it got a little bit heavy to carry.
Everyone goes about their business. When I've travelled to India, everyone's coming up to you all the time, but not the Chinese.
Leave all your rubbish on the table, and it's okay to spit the bits you don't want to swallow out on the table as well. But the atmosphere here is absolutely amazing. The people are terrific. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, but some of the photos I got, I just absolutely love. I'm dying to go back to China. I would recommend China to anyone. Lots of different colours. Even watching them cook the food is just it comes to life. But when you're a street photographer, you try not to get busted. So I've got a Sony A6400. You can turn the shutter off so people don't even know you're taking a photo. It's one of the best cameras I've ever had. But you just seem to, what I do is I just follow the masses. So wherever a group of people walk in, I kind of follow them and see where they're going.
It's a cool, vibrant place. Never a dull moment. I have no idea where the train station
I think
is.
it's around about
I managed to
5
get
o'clock now.
Pay working, which was absolutely fantastic.
Alipay is absolutely amazing. You basically load up Alipay using your cash flow card or your debit card, not your credit card.
Not for me, but thank you. Yeah. This is so cool.
And then you can pay for everything. You can even give beggars money by scanning their Alipay code.
I need to make a selfie stick for people who don't know how to use them.
Yeah, it's quite tricky using them.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool thing. In the middle of the bridge, they have a...
Now why don't they do that in our bridges? What a clever idea. Dancing in the streets. I'm not sure. I think it was a Tuesday. Age is not a barrier. Do you think the possibility I could miss the train station? That's the thing there. Looks like Noah's Ark. Some of the photos I took as I was walking around when people weren't looking. Look at the skateboarder. Woohoo! I was never hassled or hustled for money or anything. A lot of young people, it's the tech capital of China, meant to be, and it's a real fun place to live, so I've heard. Everyone's got electric bikes, electric scooters, the whole 9 yards really. It's one of my most favourites. Took this photo 3 times, 3 different locations. I don't like people posing for photos, so it's always hard to find them. It was the 17th of December, I think, and they don't do Christmas, but it did look like they had other festival celebrations going. And there's the train station. What's this meat? Oh, fatty. Very good. Good on you, man. I'd love to know what he said. Fresh vegetables. Quite tempting to do a bit of cook up. But any slice of meat that you want, you can certainly get. The fish. So it must take quite an ordeal to feed 15 million people every day. Friends fish. Yeah, I'm going to go on that. I went on that. Oh my god. I felt sick for 2 hours afterwards. Cool. Just when you think it doesn't get any worse. And I went on that too. Even higher. I just wanted to go on all the rides, but that was the one that freaked me out the most. Oh, I feel sick just watching it, and I did come off feeling sick. Ah. I think that guy got lit up a few times. Imagine coming home from work and realising you're still on fire. $65 and you could go in there and go on as many rides as you like, and also you could go to as many shows as you like as well. Watch this. This is, oh my goodness. Yeah. I think it takes 25 people. And this is where I could get very wet. Lots of fun. Go visit Canton Tower. Now this is the tallest building in Guangzhou, Canton. Look at me pronouncing the words. This guy. There we go. Same. And we're like sardines in the lift on the way up. It was pretty amazing, to be honest. Lots of brides getting their photos done. I think I spotted 3. One had had enough. There she is. I'm going to go on a wee ride. Looks a wee bit lame, doesn't it? Amazing being on top of the world, looking down on a big city, I tell you. And those arms have nets which can't pick up on the time lapse, but yeah, obviously to stop cans and drinks being thrown over or things like that. But an amazing city to go and have a bird's eye view on. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And I was sharing it with some other people, which I got a photo of, but I didn't put it in this collection. And then after I got back, I thought I'll have a quick shower, get dressed, and I'd go for a walk. Liquor store. It was about 9:30, but they never seemed to stop working. There's no doubt about it, the Chinese work very, very hard.
doing there.
No one asked me what I was doing. I got braver and braver as I walked around, and I'm taking photos all the time as well.
Yeah. This is what you call working your own business. Quite tidy shops though. I like it. Wow, maybe I don't want to speak too soon.
I'd love to know what these are.
I don't even know what this is.
Maybe they're making cotton material.
Pretty big machinery set up there, isn't it? What have we got this way?
I felt like a peeping Tom.
Hope I can find myself back. I really should find myself some food. Got hairdressers.
The worst thing when you're dyslexic trying to find food to eat, it's just about impossible. I can't read it. I love that photo. That's one of my favourites. I just unarchived these this afternoon. Look at that. Typical shop. There'll be welding on the side of the street as you walk past. Now this is quite interesting. They've got these guys playing some sort of game on the streets. I think it's gambling. And this is sort of like a
Cables.
outside mall selling electronic stuff.
All sorts of cables. A bigger market. And you sort of think, oh, is that it? And then
See, I'd walk down most of these alleyways.
this is the sort of place I like taking photos of. And I'm not going to take a photo. All the wires. Normally there will be a motorbike rushing through the middle of that.
They're all electric bikes. But I walk down these alleyways until I get to a dead end. Or I squeeze between another building and carry on. I just love travelling so much. This is typical. Guys sleeping, school kids coming home.
Now, I don't know if you guys know, but
Now we have a baking drop shipping store. We get our products from suppliers.
locals queuing up for it.
But this lady must be popular. She had a queue of people around the corner queuing up for her goods. This guy is trying to sell me a handbag.
We'll come and see you. What's your name? My name's Danny. Okay, you've been famous. You've been all on the internet. Have you heard of YouTube? YouTube. It's banned in China. They won't let you play it. But I'm going to put all these videos of you on the internet. Oh my goodness, look at the big screen up there. I think that guy is actually...
Yeah, they
promoting
banned
their own
YouTube
page.
and obviously Google
No, WeChat pay. Going outside...
in China.
Anyway, so that's Beijing Road. If you've ever wondered, I'll leave you to it.
Unfortunately, they had a lot of roadworks around that day. It's quite noisy.
Store at Beijing Road. Just didn't want to walk past here without catching this moment. You know, you do all these home movie things and you never actually finish up watching them.
Isn't that so true? You spend all the time filming this
Got a
stuff.
new friend! Hey! I tell you, where should we go? I've got a friend.
They threw it out the shop window and I managed to grab it. It was a free giveaway. He comes with me on my other journeys. So this is just a typical mall that you'd find everywhere. Nothing spectacular, very flash, very new. I don't know, I'm guessing 800 shops, food court. But you're theoretically meant to follow the coloured lines and it takes you to different places, but it didn't work for me.
You go down there, but I'm going back here. So these four girls are walking along. They're dressed up so cool.
Yeah, I could walk through,
It's about
well,
5 o'clock at night.
literally walk 25, 30 Ks a day some days. Just love looking at people and seeing what they're doing and how they live life.
Normally gets a lot busier. Yeah, everyone just helps themselves to wherever they want. It's really, really good. And to me, once you've seen one mall, you've seen them all. Something really bad wrong with us.
Now this guy here was a beggar and I could have given him money and I did, just by using his QR code. How about that? But check out his skin, the poor guy. I don't normally film beggars, but this guy was amazing.
Really, really cool. Thanks, mate. Good on you.
Poor guy.
Bye. So if you're wondering what it's like rush hour, come on a train with me.
There we go. This isn't the busiest train I've been on. I was quite surprised that it wasn't busier. More cram back, but it was pretty full on.
Hopefully we're going to the airport.
Must be my last day. It was like a rabbit warren. It was just amazing where it went. Everyone is on their cell phones and they're watching TVs and movies. And
So I don't miss my airplane. I really like about having this camera. There's a lot of Chinese people go, ooh, I haven't seen one of those before. I said, you know they're made here?
it's funny though, because that's exactly right. The camera I was holding was made in China, but no one had seen one before. But like New Zealand produce, we don't see the good stuff.
So I'm actually in the train with all these other people. Hi.
没有，
你好。
就是来的有点远，本来1个钟嘛，然后后来2个钟才到。
Hi. It's good.
Ooh. No coughing,
Well,
please.
I won't kid you, ladies and gentlemen. I was a bit nervous about going to Bangladesh. Probably a little bit out of my league. That's why I really want to go somewhere to push myself to the limits, and I think I'm about to have that experience.
So that's it. I'm getting in the plane. They're all planes queued up, ready to go. You know, like as I said, I've travelled to 35 countries, and I absolutely live to travel. And I really missed it since we've had COVID, not being able to travel. So it was a real downer that we haven't really been able to travel in the last I haven't been able to travel in the last 2.5, 3 years. And I love going to third world countries and just exploring the country. Now I've always held back on going to China because you have to plan everything, which is my worst thing. But I thoroughly enjoyed going to China. In a heartbeat, I'd go back there again. So my next video is actually going to be about Bangladesh, because that's where I'm landing. And it had 20 million people in Dhaka, which is just an incredible experience, seeing that many people crammed into a city. And you can see the wealth of China versus Bangladesh in my next video, which I'll do in the not too distant future. So please do hit the thumbs up button. It helps get these videos out and helps other people who want to travel China. Please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell, and you'll be notified when I release my new videos. So I hope I've encouraged you to give China a go. And if you've got any questions about my journey to China, please let me know. Also, because I don't know how to speak Chinese, if you listen to people talking in the background, I'm always curious on what they had to say. So put a timestamp, just do 00:01050 if it's 1:50 in, and then it will take the person that, when I click on it, will take me to the exact part of that video, and that will help me figure out what part of the video you're talking about. But I am Danny Dec, and I love to travel. I also love busting Ponzi schemes, so you'll probably wonder why I've got a travel video mixed up in the middle of all my Ponzi scheme videos. But I were always meaning to put together my videos and my photos, and I've always wanted to be a vlogger. I'm not very good at it because I put all my videos online without putting them together and editing them, and no one really looked at them. So I thought I'd collect them all together, put them out there, and let you have a look at them. So I hope you've enjoyed watching my videos. I'm Danny Dec, and you've been listening to the Danny Dec YouTube channel, and I value you as a subscriber, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.